you remember Club Biscuits?
I do. Three choices: mint, orange, or the raisin one, the purple one.
Okay, so I think you can have a choice between two as your favourite.
Yeah.
But if you like the raisin one, you're a pervert.
I forgot the fact that you don't like fruit in chocolate, do you?
No, I would have one, but you would never pick it over orange or mint.
Well, I actually have to.
No.
Well, actually, no. Okay, I'm going to preface this though. When we went skiing, I bought 2 packs, and I bought an orange pack and a raisin because I hadn't had the raisin for so long. So it was bought in addition.
But then, when you were eating it, did you not think, I could do with the mint one?
Well, Adam bought mint ones, so.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the little raisin one though.
I can imagine it would be nice, like here and
little
there.
Biscuit, chocolate, little raisins.
But not above.
What's your favourite? The mint.
Probably mint. I don't know. I do like orange chocolate though.
Yeah, same.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's good stuff, you know.
Nowadays they probably make like salted caramel ones, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah. Well, what's a gold bar is basically like a fake white chocolate weird club, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I trust them.
They basically
Gold
are
bars.
like Caramacs with a chocolate with a biscuity bit middle, isn't it? Yeah. Caramac's a weird thing. Very weird. Don't really know what it is, but
I'm not sure if I like them or not. But people love them.
Hello and welcome to Bomb Squad, the PlayStation podcast from InDreamsClub. My name is Andrew Muggleton, and I am joined as always by my fairly beautiful co-host Chris Sloan. How are you?
Whoa, it's Bug Snacks. Whoa. Talking about Bug Snacks.
Oh, I love that song. That was stuck in my head for like a week. There was a point where I was walking in the park and I was just like trundling along, maybe reading through Twitter a bit, and I was just like, Bugs next.
I've got like a heavy metal playlist on Spotify that I use for like when I'm doing like workouts at home.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've like shared it with my mate so that he can use it as well, but I might slip that in.
Yeah, definitely.
So that while he's using it, it might sort of just pop up and he's like, what is this?
I thought you were about to go on that you've got this heavy metal playlist and you've got a heavy metal version of the Bug Snack song.
Oh, that must exist.
Guarantee it will. For sure.
Yeah, you said I'm fairly beautiful. I just wanted to bring that up.
Well, I like to vary the compliments I give you. Sometimes I feel like I've put you on a pedestal a bit too high and I've been too kind to you for too long. So I just need to knock you down a few steps and keep you on your toes because, you know, I could replace you. I could get another co-host. So I need you to keep bringing the love back to me. Okay?
Okay, as far as I can see, there is no heavy metal version of Bug Snacks. So
well,
we could do this.
There's only one thing we could do. Yeah, we need to make it.
Now that everyone knows about our musical prowess from our most recent episode of Realise,
absolutely,
and our toss a coin to your
Bug Snacks.
Oh, a mashup.
Crossover. Oh my goodness.
Now,
it'll be perfect.
A few episodes of Bomb Squad ago, I introduced something that I said I'd probably come back to every now and then, and I think the time's come to extend Chris Sloan's wisdoms.
Is this about Timothy Chalamet?
It's not about Timothy.
That's gonna be back to him.
Chalamet, but it's Chalamet.
Chalamet, yeah.
But I kept saying it wrong. Now,
I'm sad it's not that.
Do you remember the 2 wisdoms that we've got already? Do you remember them?
No.
Okay,
do I? No, I don't.
You
think
must. Okay, so the first one is not to trust people that have allotments.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm with you.
And the second one was that what's that illness you get from chicken?
Chicken pox.
No, from raw chicken.
Oh, salmonella.
Yeah.
That
it's fake. It doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, I do remember this. Okay.
Okay. So my third wisdom.
Yeah.
That I'll be putting in my book is.
I really hope it's not something like masks are fake. Because like you don't need to wear masks.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
I would never get that. I would never get that political. No, it's one that I think we both agree on, and it's not something new that I've found out. It's something that
Okay.
I've known for most of my life, and something that I live by. But I constantly have to argue with people about, and it's about tomato ketchup. It does not go in the fridge.
Oh my god, it's in our fridge right now.
I know, but that's because
this
share
feels
a
like.
fridge.
Wait, hold on a sec. At the start of this episode, I said you need to be nicer to me and better to me, and you're now this was like a veiled attack at my household.
Yeah, but you don't actually. If you had your own say, you wouldn't put it in the fridge, would you?
No, you're right. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But
Because,
I can't make it like a moment of defiance by just like every day, just like waking up, getting the milk out and being like, ketchup in the cupboard.
I mean, because I honestly, I'm racking my brains here, and maybe you can help me out. What meal would you have when you want some ice cold ketchup on the side of your plate? Like what meal could you possibly have?
When you've got a plate of like 12 chicken dippers, and they're just come out of the oven and they're piping hot, and you're thinking, if I put this in my mouth, I'm gonna have a burnt ceiling to the roof of my mouth, and you think this ketchup, perfect, it will cool it down just enough to meld the two flavors together.
I don't know about
Genius.
this. Like
Genius.
using ketchup as a coolant. Coolant.
Essentially, that is what I'm saying.
So yeah, in my house, it belongs in the cupboard. In fact, to be honest, most of the time it's just out because you use ketchup a lot. We use ketchup a lot.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's got vinegar in it. That
Yeah.
keeps stuff like that. That keeps stuff fresh. Like it's like a pickle thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I honestly think it is the coolant aspect.
Really?
But that
Would you
seems
genuinely?
wild. That seems wild. That's the reason. Maybe it isn't the reason.
Can I also tell you something else? This isn't part of my. Right. Firstly, I feel like I need to preface.
Yeah.
This
Preface.
is that
Preface this.
preface. I need to preface that I think in the last like 48 hours I've had 3 hours of sleep, which hasn't been great. But
That's
feeling a
why
little bit
we've
weird.
started off on this
That's why
slightly
we've gone
strange,
on a bit of a tangent. But I just wanted to explain to you what I've got quite into for my lunch recently.
Okay.
Because I feel it's linked to. It has ketchup in it, so that's kind of the link.
Yeah.
I've been getting wraps, and I've been getting like the laughing cow triangles, the little like dairy triangles.
Yeah.
Get them. Get like maybe one or two of them if you're feeling it, and you spread them on the wrap.
Yeah.
You get some ham.
Yeah.
Put it in it, and then you a little bit of ketchup in it, and then you just roll it up. And I realised that's an attacker snack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember attacker snacks?
Yeah.
But like you'd have like cheese strings in it.
You're
But now,
you're basically a like 12-year-old kid.
yeah, I've now run out of my multivitamins with iron because my diet like I've just been eating like ham wraps, some dairy triangles. Like
You should. Have you got a toasty machine or like a?
I do.
Put
but
that wrap
it's-
inside there.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones that's like specifically for bread. Like, so you put bread in it and it turns it into two triangles.
Oh,
you know what I
I see. It's an actual toasty machine.
An actual toasty machine, yeah. I haven't got like a George Foreman.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Well, on the
yeah,
topic,
I feel like there you go.
on
That's
the
been my
topic
life.
of George Foreman and slicing people's throats open. What have you been playing? That perfect segue.
I've been playing The Last of Us Part 2.
Snap.
Yeah, I actually played about an hour of it when it came out on my PlayStation. The minute I was allowed to.
Yeah, at midnight. I was very
At
concerned that mine wasn't going to be downloaded in time, but it just made it.
Nice. Yeah, mine was preloaded a bit from the day before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, how far through are you? How many?
Just about to ask you the
You
same
can ask
thing.
me.
I actually just I finished a bit this evening, and I am 9 hours and 33 minutes in. I am, which I think I did look at a chapter list type thing.
Yeah.
Just up to where I got to, and it looks like I'm fairly close to the end of day 2.
Oh,
Seattle,
cool.
day 2.
Wow, really?
Yeah. It's day 1. I think is a significantly longer part than day 2.
Yeah, because I'm I'm either at like 7 hours 30 something, or maybe I might have broken 8 hours. I can't remember. It was at like 7 a.m. this morning when I stopped playing.
Yeah.
And I've literally just got to the end of day one. I've just started day two.
Yeah. Well, day two, up to where I've probably done like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of this so far. I think I've got, maybe I'm about halfway through it actually, or just over halfway through, it feels.
Okay.
Yeah. Long. It looks like it's a long game, 25 hours or so. So we're getting close to the halfway point.
I was thinking about that earlier. I was thinking actually, if I put like almost 9 hours into Last of Us 1, you'd be like 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah. I think I played through it not that long ago, and I think I clocked in about 12 hours or so. Like 11 or 12. But because I knew it so well, I was kind of speed throughing it. But yeah, so have you got any general, obviously we're going to avoid any real spoilers or any proper conversation about the game because obviously it's so fresh and new. However, I'm sure once we both have finished it, we will maybe dedicate like a whole episode to discussing it, like we did with Final Fantasy VII Remake. But yeah, any initial just kind of thoughts without going into any specific like stories?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to spoil anything, but
yeah.
Man, I've got to the point where I think so. I've played like 8 hours. I think I said. I think I've done it over like maybe 3 or 4 sittings because I'm really struggling to play this game for more than like an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time because it is so relentless and so brutal. And we were talking because you're a bit ahead of me and you completed a section, and then I did that this morning when I played, and it's just sort of like. If it was like The Last of Us Part 1, you do this encounter, then you'd have a little bit of downtime, then you do another one. Whereas this is like encounter, okay, get some ammo, encounter, then finally you can you flop down, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And then what actually happens is there's a massive just emotional punch at the end of that as well, and it's like I literally sat there this morning like. Bear in mind, I had like 2 hours. By this time I'd had no sleep, and this really emotional moment, which we'll talk about when we go into spoilers in a few episodes' time for sure. But I was sit there and I was like, literal tears rolling down my face. I'm like, okay, I need to stop playing.
Yeah. It's I think we both did a similar thing. We're talking about the end of Seattle Day 1, which is kind of like one of the first kind of big chunky sections of the game, and that has a point where it kind of snowballs for maybe 2 or 3 hours or like 2 hours or so of just like encounter after encounter after encounter in these grueling sections, and then there is that bit of respite, and I stopped the second I got to that place where there was that respite. And then when I started again, like nothing happens for 10 minutes, and then you get this really emotional scene. So I kind of like truncated. I was like, I wish I'd kind of continued, and then I would have had like a payoff. But it was fine, obviously, just restarting as well.
And it was so funny that bit that we're talking about that just like snowballs. It's this doesn't really spoil anything, but it's like, okay, you have a very wide open stealth section, then you've got a bit of a chase section, then it's like. You've got this bit that was kind of shown off in gameplay where you have clickers and humans in the same place, and I was so excited. That bit was so fun. I don't know how you liked that bit, but that's my. In fact, I've been like really struggling with the, and I'm playing on like easy or whatever, but I'm really struggling. I'm so bad at learning how to dodge properly in the melee combat, and I feel like I'm just making the wrong decisions constantly. But it was so fun to like throw a couple of bricks and just see the clickers going at the other human enemies, and then just pick people off at the end. But then you do that bit and you think, oh my gosh, that's great. Then it's like, here's a new type of infected, and fight 4 of them in a row, and I've no idea how to kill these things. And,
absolutely.
And then it's another massive chase scene straight away, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so much. It's so much.
No, definitely. I think my kind of initial thoughts on this first kind of roughly 10 hours has been so roller coastery in thinking, this is some of the best stuff I've done, and then this is some stuff that I kind of almost disagree with kind of vehemently, or kind of I feel passionately against what's happening, and that's kind of story related stuff, but even the gameplay related stuff, I feel like I've gone through 5 different emotions in how I feel about playing the game, and it's impressive in that it's getting that range of emotion. It's certainly not just going to be like a floating along in the middle type of game. You're going to have a strong reaction, whether that's really strong positive or negative or interested or disinterested. I think it elicits something from you. I don't think there's any chance anyone could just play through at least this first section and go meh. Kind of.
Yeah, it's super hard to really talk much about it without spoiling stuff. And I mean, I'm someone who gets really kind of, because we've talked about it loads. We both love The Last of Us, and
absolutely.
Seeing a lot of the like response to the leaks that came out, and now, what if you just looked at The Last of Us on Metacritic and looked at like the user score compared to the critical score, you're going to see that there are lots of people really upset about some of the decisions, potentially plot wise, that were made in this game, and I don't know, like I feel like if you're sort of on the fence of it, you've got to play it. You don't sort of like from what I've seen so far in the short amount of time. Well, probably like a third through or something. I don't know. It's one of those things that people are going to be talking about, I think, for a long time.
Oh absolutely.
And I think you're kind of robbing yourself of one of those moments in gaming if you just go, oh, this like mob of people said this is bad, so I'm not going to play it. I think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think. Whether you like it or not, you can like it or not, but don't just dismiss something because someone on the internet gave it a 0, which we have a fun game that we take the piss out of halfway through in some of our podcasts.
Exactly, so. And I can't wait for when that game comes up and I get to bring up that game specifically. But no, I think the game's doing some really interesting things. It's a technical tour de force. And I can't wait to get further into it in order to kind of chat more openly about it as well.
I can't wait to be able to talk about spoilers, but probably not for a little bit at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last point on it.
Yeah.
Good guitar playing sim. Like the use of the I like the use of the touchpad for the strum.
Yes,
for the strum.
yeah.
Feels nice.
I attempted to play Wonderwall on it. However, she plays the D too high up, and I think to get to a D on the G and the E minors and the C, you have to flick through like the L1 and R1 to get to the next page of chords. So it didn't quite work.
One of the keys that she has got, it gives you like the C, G, F, A minor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of songs you can play.
Yes.
Did you see have you seen Donkey's video on it yet?
I've seen like a little bit of it because I think he goes into quite a few spoilers. So
I've watched it. It's not too bad. It goes through the spoilers that you currently know. It doesn't tell you.
Okay.
I'll rewatch it, but there's a good bit where he messes around with the guitar and it's quite funny.
Sure.
As you can imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, there's quite a few different news points to talk about. Some of them much bigger and some of them much smaller, so we'll make our way through those. But I think the first thing to talk about is still firmly in the rumor kind of world, but it's about Rocksteady.
Oh boy,
one of your favorite studios, the maker of the Arkham games, and it's long been I don't know, people are guessing at what game they are making because it's been now 5 years, I think, since Arkham Knight came out.
Wow, really?
Really?
5 years,
so
damn.
a couple of years after the PS4 and Xbox One came out, Arkham Knight comes out, and it's been a while, and there's been no real talk of what they're doing or when we'll see it or when it will come out. A few rumors. I think there was a quite a strong rumor about them making a Superman game for quite a while. That seemed to be going around.
That's been going on for years, since like the end of Arkham Knight. That's been the biggest sort of
and I think there is, from what I've seen recently, I think there is again it's all rumors and hearsay, but I think there might have been a situation with them because it's been so long we still haven't heard anything. Like, this is a long time for a studio to not have anything done or shown. I've seen some people suggest that they were making a Superman game and then it was scrapped and then they restarted, and that's part of the reason for the delays, which who knows, would make sense to some degree. However, the reason why we're talking about this now is that there is some maybe a bit of clarity about what's happening, in that some domains, I believe, have been registered, and they are linking the studio to Suicide Squad.
Interesting.
And yeah, so I'm just getting up here. We've got domains that are registered were suicidesquadgame.com, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.com, and I think those are they're registered under Warner Bros. And there's also a Gotham Knights game. So that's the Warner Bros. Studio will be that one, and Warner Brothers don't really have anyone else who would be making a DC game. So I think everyone's kind of assuming this is the next Rocksteady project. So what's your thoughts on this, Chris?
Yeah, I think you sent it to me, or it came up or something a few days ago, and I was just like, interesting. Okay, because I think that was one of the rumors a while ago, that it was going to be like a team based, like it was going to be team based. That's when a lot of people were thinking, oh, okay, could it be Justice League? Could it be Teen Titans? Could it be Suicide Squad? Could it be like Ninja Turtles even? And then, so this idea that when I heard it was Suicide Squad, I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm sure they're going to do it really, really well. Obviously, the biggest thing that people know Suicide Squad for at the moment is the David Ayer movie, which came out a few years ago, to like pretty negative reception. There's obviously now like kind of reboot new film just that is called The Suicide Squad, that is being made by James Gunn, who made Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's going to be pretty cool. Amazing cast for it as well.
Absolutely.
So it could be that like Suicide Squad is going to be quite a big thing.
Bit of a thing.
Yeah, a bit of a thing, which is cool, because Suicide Squad is really great. I'm a big fan of like the Suicide Squad in the comics and stuff as well. What makes me, because when I heard that, I was like, okay, that's cool. That sounds like it'll be a cool game. The fact that they've registered Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, that really got me, because we're gonna jump off a little bit into a bit of nerddom, but
this is exactly why I wanted to bring it up with you.
There's a really cool series from Marvel that is called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, or something like that, and it's basically Deadpool going around just like killing Wolverine, killing Spider-Man, how he'd kill Thor, how he'd kill Captain America, all these things. Really funny, really cool. So this idea of like, having Superman, having the Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and then like these absolute scumbags like Deadshot,
picking them off. Yeah,
like Harley Quinn just like killing these people. Like maybe like each mission is like, how on earth are they going to kill the Flash? And then like putting this like stupid like plan together, and like how on earth is Killer Croc going to get involved? Like I think if it doesn't take itself too seriously, I think this could be really quite fun.
I was just thinking, as you were saying that, I was thinking this has a good potential for Rocksteady are quite they've always been quite aesthetically quite a grim dark almost, at least with the Arkham games from what I know. This could have an opportunity to be maybe going away slightly from that, but still maybe keeping their aesthetic together, but also dashing in these kind of comedic parts to it almost.
The other thing as well is I guess, is this going to be like same universe? Is it going to be the Harley Quinn that we see in? I think she's in Arkham Knight a bit. Obviously, she had her own DLC for Arkham City. Is it going to be Killer Croc that we see in the games? Because he's a great character in them. Is it Deadshot's in the games? All these different characters and this is what the like DC films have just done so wrong, is that they've obviously gone Suicide Squad film for all these villains that you don't know, whereas Rocksteady have gone, hey, here's these 3 Batman games, and Warner Bros made one as well. Look at all these cool villains that like Deadshot, Harley Quinn's in this, Killer Croc, anyone that they want to bring in, and then they go, and now we're going to put them into our Suicide.
Now we're going to bring them all together.
Like, that's how you do it. That's really cool. I'm assuming it will be, but what's interesting is if this is like in universe and post Arkham Knight, obviously Batman's kind of gone.
Yeah.
So because I think that's be cool. I think that's the right thing because you wouldn't. I don't think you'd put Batman in this game if you're Rocksteady and you're not going to play as Batman.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you've also got GothamKnightsGame.com registered, which is the hint to Warner Bros. Montreal's. Is it? Yeah, WB Montreal, the studio.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something related to Batman. What is that happening in the same time universe? Or
I think it'll be.
I know there's hints to the Court of Owls, and does that?
I'm not sure if I think that was rumors from a long time ago. I don't know if that's real or anything, but that'd be so sick.
Okay.
If it is, that's Court of Owls was the first New 52 years ago Batman story, so it's supposed to be an early-ish story for him.
Okay, and does the name Gotham Knights, are the Gotham Knights anything in comic book history, or other than just like Batman being like the Dark Knight type thing?
Not off the top of my head.
People who are called the Gotham Knights.
There may be, not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah, but I for me personally, this would be. I've just come up with this now in my head, which
okay. I love it.
I'm hoping this is my dream booking. So the WB Montreal.
I've dialed in one of Rocksteady's developers, and they're just listening because they're really interested in your thoughts. So
excellent.
Here's your moment.
So WB Montreal's game, Gotham Knights, whatever. It's a prequel. It's set post Arkham Origins, but before Arkham Asylum. Joker's there, blah, blah, it's a Batman game, whatever. But then the Suicide Squad game, my wish would be Justice League. They've not got Batman. Batman's, Superman's the leader, but Batman's kind of he's the Don. And Suicide Squad, someone's basically getting them to take out the Justice League, and you go around, you take out, maybe you take out like Green Arrow, he's a bit of a lesser tier one. Then it's like, oh, we got to take out the Flash. Then it's Wonder Woman. Then like eventually, obviously, you're going to try and take down Superman, which is cool. If they were making a Superman game, maybe they could reuse some of the stuff from that. That might make sense.
Yeah.
Then, what about this? Halfway through that game, Justice League's in trouble. Motherfucking Batman. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the bait and switch?
Oh, when you play as Batman,
and then Batman saves the day. What would you do? It's not. I don't think that will happen.
What would I do?
How sick would that
I don't know. I'd have to ask you because I don't know if I'll play it. So yeah, I'd have to ask you. What do you think about this? And you'll be like, I called this. I said this.
Yeah, that's my dream bet. And if that happens, so we're now recording on the 20. In 1 minute, it will be the 25th of June. And it's not even announced yet that there's a Suicide Squad game. But my bet is that you take the Justice League down, then Batman comes in, saves the day, bang.
Boom. Now, on that, it's not been announced. There is some potential information on that, in that Warner Bros. Have a thing called DC Fandom.
They certainly do.
Event in August. Yeah. And the big rumor going around is that the WB Montreal game, the Gotham Knights game, whatever it's called, that will have a full reveal for release this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that there will be a CG or initial teaser trailer for and reveal kind of Rocksteady's game. I don't think it won't see like gameplay or anything, but it will be like a small CGI, 30 seconds long with the name of the game or something like that.
Yeah, perfect. Just seeing something, anything at this point.
Confirmation of anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of that DC fandom thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to like for people that like Realize and Bomb Squad, going to talk about some other crazy DC Batman related news. Crazy news related to the Batman on the next episode of Realize. So just throw that out there.
Wow.
Into podcast advertising there.
Better keep refreshing your feeds on your podcast app.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you probably know it already if you just type in the word Batman into Google, but it's cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Excellent. Right. Well, Chris, now tell me, do you have a way of us maybe not talking about games for a bit?
You
talking
want a
about
way
games
of
for a bit?
cooling off because it's been
I want a
about
way of cooling off,
31 degrees today.
All I've been thinking about is Ben Affleck dressed as Batman, and I need to cool off for a bit.
You've been thinking about Ben Affleck dressed as Batman. Damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a little game for you. It's going to be a one-off. It's not going to be something we can come back to, unfortunately. I want to make game franchises for us, but this one, I just thought we should do this. We're a PlayStation podcast. We need to do this game. Okay? So, I'm going to need to trust you here because obviously we're still social distancing and you've got your internet and you're going to have to promise me that you don't cheat.
Okay. I'm just getting off because I googled Batman by mistake. I'm reading articles. I'm off it. Yeah.
So, this is all about the PlayStation Classic, PlayStation Allstars Battle Royale.
Oh, I want it back. I want number 2.
So, here you can probably guess what the quiz is going to be, but the first question for you, I want a year, and if you can tell me the month and the year, you will get 5 bonus points in this quiz.
Shit the bed. Right, we were living together when this game came out. We were living together between 2011 and 2013. 2013 was Last of Us and BioShock Infinite. It feels like quite an intense time for the game to come out. It was obviously PS3 era. It also came out on the Vita as well.
It did come out on the Vita.
I can't remember what year the Vita came out, but it was not around about that time. So I'm gonna go with 2012.
2012. Do you want to guess a month?
We'll go with November.
Do you want to guess the date?
The 11th.
You've just so nearly nailed that, by the way. It was the 20th of November 2012. Absolutely insane. You're getting the 5 bonus points.
I did have like a weird recollection of a November release for when you said, "Oh, you got it." I was like, I think November's talking to me for some reason. November 20. I was thinking 11th or 19th. 11th or 19th.
If you'd said the 19th, I'd have gone nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
So the quiz, there are 20 PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale characters. There were 4 DLC characters added after release. So 24 characters in total. You've got 5 bonus points already. That would be out of 29. I'll give you an extra bonus point if you can tell me what the DLC characters were. So if you can highlight what they were, who they were. Yeah. So I've got the list in front of me. So I'll just if you just shout out, I'll tick them off. We'll see how you do.
Okay. So we've got Solid Snake. We've got Nathan Drake. We've got Fat Princess. Can
I just stop you? Can I stop you already? I don't think Solid Snake was in this game.
Was he not?
No.
Was any Snake in it? Raiden. Wow.
Unless the Wikipedia is lying to me, and then
no.
I'll get it up on the computer as well, just to double check.
Yeah. I thought I could remember throwing a grenade with him for some reason.
No,
maybe I'm totally wrong.
Solid Snake, not in that game. There was he's in
Smash.
There was there was a Metal Gear Revengeance like screen because Metal Gear Rex or Ray is in it.
Yeah. So it's Raiden.
You've got Raiden. You've got Nathan Drake. You've got Fat Princess.
Yeah. Sawtooth.
What tooth?
Sawtooth, as in from No, not is the name Sawtooth? Yeah, it's Sawtooth.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth. Oh my goodness me.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah. Okay, Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah.
How many am I up to? Because I'm trying to keep account of the numbers.
5 so far.
5. Okay, Parappa the Rapper. Who else have we got? Oh, there's going to be a lot of editing in this episode with cutting out ums and ahs. Oh man, this is so annoying that when you like blank on this kind of stuff. Okay, Sly Cooper. I don't think Ratchet.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. Apes from Ape Escape.
It wasn't Apes. It was a character from Ape
Is
Escape.
it the guy, the boy?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Do you remember his name?
I don't know his name. No.
I'll give you it. It was Spike.
Spike.
You got 8 so far.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Big Daddy.
Yeah. Some characters are so weird that they were in this.
Yeah.
Think of exclusives.
Yeah. Cole.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know why this is so hard. Jack and Dax. Jack
Yep.
and
Yep.
Daxter.
Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
Another pretty big PlayStation exclusive. This is the guy you mained as, mate.
Kratos. Yeah, I used to love playing
Yeah.
as Kratos.
Oh my god, you mained as Kratos. I remember I always wanted to play as Nathan Drake, but I hated his this not his smash me's, but you know.
It was him who chucked grenades
Yeah.
at places.
Yeah.
And
he kept going,
confused. Yeah.
This isn't the way to Shambhala.
Oh god, there was a thing where you were in the back of the plane in Uncharted 3, weren't you?
Yeah. Okay. One of these characters had a remake this year or last year.
Spyro.
No,
not Crash.
No, Crash was not in it.
No. Like the Shadow of the Colossus person.
No.
No. Had a remake recently. Cloud.
No. That would have been sick, but no. He's in Final Fantasy.
He was Smash.
He's in Final Fantasy. Yeah, no shit. Smash Bros. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a PS1 game. Like action.
Damn, what can I think? Action game PS1 remake this year.
I think it was this year. I wouldn't surprise me if it.
2020?
No, I think maybe 2019. 2019.
Oh god, that muddles the situation.
Okay, another character, quite a big. It's got a game coming out that was announced recently. He was a
Tony Hawk.
No, it was like kind of like the face of like PS3. I'd have thought.
Sackboy.
Yeah, Sackboy. I feel like I played as Sackboy a lot. I was looking through this trying to work out who I played as. I think the one that I really played as is one you haven't said yet, but you kind of have said it.
Ah, no, that's annoying.
One of the characters had like 2 forms.
Was it Evil Cole?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say, are there multiple characters from games? And there were, weren't there? Are there any more?
There is another character from a game that you've mentioned, but he's one of the DLC ones, so I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't get it.
Yeah. Is Kat from Gravity Rush?
Yes, that's... Yep.
Is she a DLC one?
Yeah, she was DLC.
I do remember her coming as a DLC, actually.
I'm trying to think.
Right.
So there is another one that is from a fairly big exclusive that hasn't had a game for a long time. The other one is...
Oh, is there a Hellgast?
Yeah, it's Colonel Raddick?
Raddick? Yeah. Yeah, I remember him. Is that the one you were talking about?
Which one, sorry? Yeah, the big exclusive one,
about yeah. Is there anything from Resistance?
No.
I don't think there was, no.
Right, let's go through. So let's do this one. This one,
man, I'm annoyed. I'm not getting these as quickly.
Yeah,
as
it's a long time. It's 8 years ago though. It's a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of them are like I can't even remember them being in it, but this one was kind of cocky dude. Cocky dude. Well, he wasn't a cocky dude, and they remade him as a cocky dude. People weren't sure about it, and you like fights demons and stuff.
Oh, Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Man, I don't remember him being.
Yeah.
Maybe I do.
I'm trying to think what the other ones.
I think he had like a spinning attack type thing. He'd spin his
So you
sword
currently
out, sorry.
the ones you haven't got. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that you haven't got. I feel like
Man, I'm really disappointed in myself with this.
okay. So
I'm trying to picture the front cover as well.
let me see. Let me look. I'll get the front cover. I think you've said all of them that are on the front cover.
Oh,
So don't think about the front
that's
cover.
probably telling. Actually, yeah.
Okay, get 2019 PS1 remade. No one really made a massive deal out of it. Sony didn't make a massive deal out of it either, and it kind of just went away.
So Dante Fortitude, or whatever
Yeah,
his name is.
it's Daniel
From,
Fortescue,
yeah,
Medieval.
Daniel Fortitude.
Um,
Yeah. He was so bad in the game.
yeah, he was really slow, wasn't he? Okay,
Yeah.
so there's only a few left that you haven't got. Do you need some? I don't really know how to give you clues.
I think I'd.
Okay, there was a
I think I do need clues. But
character from Tekken.
I'm just trying to think which Tekken character it was. It wasn't King,
No,
was it? No. Is it one of the guys?
yeah,
Yeah. I don't know if I know their name.
yeah.
Probably do.
What
but-
was you? So it was
Go for it,
Heihachi Mishima.
Is he the guy with the white hair and the like?
Has he got white? I think he's got
Swiggly.
black hair, but it kind of spikes up, and he's got like a
Yeah. Okay.
Fighting
Yeah,
games.
but- Yeah. It doesn't really ring a bell. No.
No, it's okay. So there's a character here that you definitely know, but it was DLC.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. DLC's tricky, man.
Yeah, I don't think we played it
Um,
long enough to see the DLC. This is
No.
one that would have been really cool. Would have been really nice to have it from the beginning. It wasn't an exclusive. There was talk about it coming back, but it doesn't look like it is coming back. It is a bit of a horror game.
Someone from Resident Evil.
No,
Evil?
because that's definitely coming back.
Someone from Silent Hill.
No,
that's also a bit of a
well,
horror.
it is a horror game. It is definitely a horror game.
Okay. Okay.
Unconventional weapons.
Unconventional weapons.
His
Oh my
his
God.
his
I
finish
feel
his
so
finishing
lost in
attack would
this.
have been like driving a needle into someone's eye.
Whatever his name from Dead Space.
Yeah, Isaac Clarke.
Isaac Clarke. Wow.
Okay.
That does ring a vague
Other
bell, actually,
DLC
from
character
DLC.
was Emmett Graves from Starhawk.
Yeah.
There was Nari.
I actually, small shout out. I actually really like Starhawk, and basically no one ever played it or knew
Yeah,
about it. But it was pretty fun.
I didn't really ever play it, to be honest.
It was pretty cool. Anyway.
Nariko from Heavenly Sword.
Oh, yep, I do remember
There
that.
was Toro Inoue, which was the weird little cat thing. Do you remember the weird cat thing?
What's that from?
I can't remember. I had it written down earlier. It was some like.
What's the name? Toro?
Wait, I've got it here. It's from Doko Demo Issio.
Okay. No.
And then the last, I didn't even believe this. The last DLC character was Zeus from God of War.
Yeah. Wow.
I totally didn't remember that.
That rings no bells whatsoever. Is that everything?
Yes, that is everything. So you got 18
Okay.
out of 24.
Okay, that's decent. With a bit
I
of
think
hinting
that's
and
pretty
helping.
good. Plus you got five
Yeah.
bonus points. That's 23.
Yeah, I think I can happily consider myself a fan of it, considering I knew the month and year it came out.
I just think, bring it back. Let's do it. The time is right.
Absolutely.
PlayStation Allstars Battle
For
Royale 2.
PS5, it would be such a great game to bring out.
Like, yeah, man. Let's put Ellie in there. Like,
get Ellie, should we switch?
like
between
honestly,
people?
how funny would it be if the end of every single battle was just like whoever won? You know, when it has that screen of like all the other characters like looking upset because they didn't win, and then the one character's kind of like,
Yeah.
and then Ellie just comes and just like rips out the throats of everyone.
Slits everyone's throat. Man, I would buy it.
I would buy
day
it, yeah,
one.
man.
If if they brought out a new one. I'd love it. It's so it's so random. Some of those people, like Big Daddies being in it, like
Aloy. Put Aloy in it. She'd be sick in that.
Put Aloy,
Put new Kratos.
There's so many good options.
Or you could just reskin Kratos, couldn't you? Put the
boy.
accent in.
Just put boy.
Or Atreus.
Yeah. No, Kratos would be a great shout actually, to keep in it and make the new version
Spider-Man.
of Leviathan Axe. Mate, right, pause this conversation here because this is a whole conversation for another episode, I reckon. That's it. Next episode, we're gonna make PlayStation Allstars Battle Royale 2.
I think it would be like a game of the year as well. But we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about these other games that are supposedly coming out.
There's a few. Yeah. There's a couple of other things we should talk about. A couple of quick ones. First of all, we saw at the PS5 reveal event thing, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to Zero Dawn, and that got its nice reveal. And they Guerrilla did a little bit of extra chatting about that, and they said they're aiming for a 2021 release date, which is great.
Yeah, awesome.
Really happy to see that. I would not have been surprised if it was 2022, but knowing that it's within 18 months that we'll be hopefully playing it is good stuff. So looking forward to that. There was a very small thing here, but I thought it was worth mentioning just because we actually spoke about this team a little while ago. Was Facebook buying Ready at Dawn, who are the developers who made the Order 1886. 1866?
1886.
1886, yeah. We were talking about whether there'd maybe be a sequel one day, kind of a bit pie in the sky that. But Facebook have bought them, and it's not surprising because the last two games they've made, I think Lone Echo and Lone Arena, I think it's called, which are Oculus VR games anyway, so they're obviously bringing them all in-house there. Star Wars Squadrons. Should we talk about a bit of EA?
Yeah, let's do a bit of EA
had an event.
because everybody loves EA. Number one
EA.
company.
Yeah.
Breaking my
most hated company.
breaking my heart every year.
Yes. So what happened, Chris? Because they announced a couple of things. So that Skate 4 was willed into existence after many
everyone excited about this. I don't really have any. Again, like we talked about like Tony Hawk. I don't really have any like love for this kind of game. But
I think Skate kind of took the mantle of Tony Hawk in the years when Tony Hawk suddenly turned down and like became really bad. So there was a lot of love for Skate because it kind of took up their mantle and was the only viable skating game around. And fans have wanted a new one for absolutely ages. And they even came into the stage saying, like, I think like the guy who's making it someone was like, I can't believe you guys have actually willed this into existence through comments on Twitter and kind of websites and stuff. But here we are. We've got Skate 4 coming.
That's a lot. Shows a lot of like, confidence in your project straight away, doesn't it? Like,
yes. Yeah.
Can't believe we're doing this. But,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Star Wars was what the Squadrons was announced.
Yeah, I totally missed the whole. Is it EA Play? Was that what it was called?
EA Play Live.
Yeah, I totally missed this. I was doing something else. I can't remember. And actually, I may have been sleeping. Was it at a weird time? Yeah,
it was. It was like at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning.
So. And I just totally forgot to really like. I did go and look it up for a specific reason, but then when I found the answer to my question, I was very depressed, so I didn't really look at the rest of it. But the Star Wars Squadron looks. I just looked at the. I looked at the trailer quite recently, or the gameplay part. Looks cool. Really. I never played. What was it? TIE Fighter. I never actually.
TIE Fighter was I think there was another called like
Rogue Squadron. I never really played that. Yeah. I did play a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2, and that the start like the dogfights and that it gave me a lot of like memories of that because it has the whole like, oh, do you play as the Empire? Do you play as the Rebellion, stuff like that?
Yeah,
that was cool. One thing that I think looks a bit lame is that I think it's that's the only era of Star Wars in it. I think from memory, there's no like Clone Wars stuff. There's no sequel.
It doesn't
stuff
look like. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think I remember someone saying online, I think that it was just like the original trilogy era, which is cool. But it would have been cool to see some of the other ships and stuff like that in it. But
yeah, maybe it'll be a part 2 or something down the line.
Yeah.
We can start expanding into more. Quite relevant for us though, in that it's a completely from start to finish playable on PSVR as well, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And is destined to make me throw up, but I can't wait to do that.
Makes me wonder how big the game is. I know in the thing it says they've got like a little campaign and stuff, but I wonder how much content
We'll see. Yeah. Coming out later this year though. So got that to look forward to. Your normal things like FIFA and stuff like that. And there was a teaser, wasn't there?
Well, they did like a sort of sizzle reel at the end of sort of like future projects without naming anything at all. But obviously, I'm a massive Dragon Age fan. For if you've ever heard me bring up Dragon Age before in every single podcast. Like literally there were like 3 screenshots of some like red lyrium, which is a specific thing in Dragon Age lore, and like a forest, and I think like a cave or something, and that was it. As interspersed with stuff from other games, and it was like, oh my god, seriously? Because I think the last time we heard it from EA, specifically with BioWare for Dragon Age, was like Game Awards 2018, was it? I might be wrong.
No, 2019,
really?
I think. No, it wasn't. No, it definitely.
I think it must 2018, like latest. The Dreadwolf Rises.
Maybe you're right, actually.
Was the thing.
Yeah.
And I think that was around the time that the whole thing apparently had got like canned and had to be started again.
Right.
Was I right? Yeah.
You're right.
Was it Game Awards? I can't remember.
Yeah.
And that was super exciting because that was a cool little teaser. There was some like dialogue in it and cool images and stuff. And then this was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I think with such a big game and so much hype around it, I feel like you can show it and tease it, and then you disappear, and when you come back, you properly show it. You don't just go, here's a screenshot or something, because it does nothing to get you excited, and all it does is kind of be like, okay, well, we know this is being made, we know there'll be screenshots of it, but what is it?
And I to show how I, for example, just to show what we do in our spare time, Andy is a very big Witcher fan, which is obviously, fantasy, massive fantasy role-playing game, and you've been watching, and I've watched as well, this, like a 4-hour video by Joseph Anderson on like the first Witcher game, and I spent 2.5 hours the other day watching a Dragon Age series retrospective, which is by Never Knows Best on YouTube. Really awesome video, and he basically goes through saying like kind of what has happened within BioWare and EA as a whole through the years of the Dragon Age games, and it was really interesting to see like what was happening and like the decision making with those games the further on in time they went. And it's quite there was something he sort of finished it off with where he was talking about how Dragon Age Origins is this like really dark and quite sort of like depressing and like dull, poor, like downtrodden tone through it. And then, the new lead of Dragon Age actually was tweeting saying that Dragon Age is all about being very, very positive, and the whole franchise has been about being very accepting and clear and positive of people. And the Never Knows Best on YouTube was just like, really? Like, this was not what the franchise was based on at all. And it's kind of made me really worried for the rest of the franchise, I have to be honest. But I could go on about Dragon Age literally for another hour or so I should probably just stop talking about BioWare before I get too depressed.
You're telling me I know that you can go on about it. So and I'm glad you managed to continue to get in some sort of reference to Dragon Age into almost everything. And then there might have been 1 or 2 where we've actually missed it, but
I'd like to know how many episodes have got Dragon Age in it somewhere.
It's pretty consistent. But let's talk about some more news. And let's talk about something which is, it's about time, because it's Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Do you see that? I linked it around with the name and all that.
I thought you were going to start talking about Doctor Who or something.
Not on this episode, no. Crash Bandicoot 4 has been announced. I don't know how long it's been since Crash 3, but it's been bloody long. It's something like 20 years or something. I don't think it's quite as long as that.
Shall I look it up for you?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, you can look that up for me. That'd be great. But Crash is coming. It looks very much like we had the Crash Reimagined trilogy, which came out I think last year or the year before, and it was everyone really, really happy with how they remastered it and remade it, all of the first 3 Crash games. And this looks like it's continuing that with a ton of new levels, a few new kind of interesting mechanics, but it's just nice to see Crash back, like properly back, not just some spin-off random thing. So yeah, when was Crash 3?
Has it got a date, the new one? Or?
Yes, it's the 2nd of October this year for PS4, Xbox One.
So it's going to be almost exactly 22 years since.
Wow, so that was a good guess then, 20 years.
Yeah, if it's so Crash Bandicoot Warped, I think
yes, which is the
3.
third one.
Cool. Yeah.
Amazing.
22 years.
That is
crazy.
Quite the... Now, I think there were a few other random little games that happened, but nothing proper canon-wise. So that's on its way.
The Crash Bandicoot canon.
It's deep. It's a deep lore. You don't want to get into it. It's very deep and dark, you know. Then also we had we'd spoken about it a bit before, but the Spider-Man Miles Morales kind of standalone extra game, which is going to be coming out on the PS5, and it looks as though this is going to be a PS5 exclusive game. So there's not going to be this PS4, PS5 cross-gen type of experience. And Insomniac have come out and said that they're kind of going for the same idea as like a Lost Legacy with Uncharted. I think similar First Light with Infamous, that kind of thing, standalone, using the old city of New York, but now we're in winter, and it looked as though there was maybe a bit more dynamic to the weather, maybe changing actually in the level rather than, I think with Spider-Man, I was right in thinking that time passage happened through like a little cutscene, didn't it? So you were playing, and then when it went to a mission at night, it would zoom back on the city, and it would the time would change to nighttime in like a time lapse, and then you would be at the nighttime. So hopefully that's obviously with the PS5 they can bring that out. But what's your kind of thoughts on Miles Morales? Are you excited about this?
Yeah, I am actually. I think the fact that it's like a PS5 exclusive is exciting as well. It's obviously like kind of a shame for people who aren't going to be upgrading straight away, but
sure,
it's cool to have something that is just like a show-off piece, maybe of what it can do. Especially when you maybe compare how things look or how things load or how things run in the New York of Miles Morales' game versus the Spider-Man PS4. Yeah, really excited about it. I liked Miles Morales from the first game. So yeah, excited to see this. Good. I'm glad it will be like it's how long was Lost Legacy? Was it like 7 or 8 hours? Was it?
I think more like kind of 13 to 15.
Oh wow, okay,
They're chunky things.
Yeah, that's perfect then. That's going to be like really excited about it. Just kind of unexpected as well. I was expecting maybe a tease of Spider-Man 2 for like 2021, 2022, but it was nice to get this knowing it's coming this year.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think the idea behind this, at least this is how I'm kind of envisioning Insomniac and what they're doing with the games, is you've had Spider-Man kind of 1 on PS4 where you were mainly Peter Parker, obviously playing as a few other characters. Then you've got this Miles Morales kind of standalone experience, like chunky experience to get you into his moveset and his abilities. And then no questions, kind of, I can see Spider-Man 2 happening, and you're going to play as both of them, maybe even like equal amounts. And this is why we're having this to get you ready, get you used to the character of Miles. And then in the next game, it's so big that you've almost got their own standalone games of each of them, but in the one game. And this is kind of setting you up for that. It would be nice if there was some sort of, you buy Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5, and you also get like an upgraded, reimagined, reworked version of the first game if you wanted to dip back into it. Obviously there'll be backwards compatibility, but it'd be nice to see if they have done some like a few small changes to to transition into the next generation of it. And the last thing I think we have to talk about is Cyberpunk. That's my best Keanu impression. Cyberpunk 2077 is delayed again, and it probably just keep on getting delayed. Maybe it'll never come out, who knows. But it's now coming out the 19th of November, which I think is a really interesting date, because I'm pretty sure like I would have betted that that's like the date the PS5 and Xbox Series X will be coming out, or like maybe the week before or something like that. Like I can't imagine them coming out much later than that. So I wonder how... I don't imagine those consoles coming out will have any effect on the sales of this, due to the fact that they've confirmed if you buy it on PS4, whether it's digital or on your disc, then you'll be able to play it on PS5 and Series X as well. So I don't imagine there'll be any hampering of that. But I wonder if maybe... I don't know. I could see it as like these new consoles are coming out with these new games that maybe overshadow it slightly. But then at the same point, maybe it's they lean into that and say, oh, here's this new PS5 and oh, here's Cyberpunk at the same time. Kind of they can use it almost as a launch game, even though it's not technically.
I can't really see anything that's been announced so far to be a launch game. I can't see anything like overshadowing Cyberpunk in terms of...
I agree with you on that one. And actually, there's been a few, I think just after they announced the delay for, how many months are we talking? It was September originally, wasn't it? So 2 months delay. They've actually they gave out the first 4 hours of the game to a load of different publications and YouTubers and things like that. And there's a load of impressions of that. So if you're interested in the game, definitely pop it into YouTube, Cyberpunk 2077, and you'll see lots of people with their impressions of how the beginning of the game starts and what it's shaping up to be, which from what I can gather, it's shaping up to be this absolutely massive experience. And pretty deep and obviously very pretty to look at as well. And
really hope it's got a good like story as well, because I've actually watched quite a lot of the footage that people have been able to put up over the last like week or so, and the game looks absolutely crazy, and like the detail and everything looks so good. But I just hope that like the full like narrative in it is good as well. I'm really
the main through line.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if it wasn't from CD Projekt Red, but I get what you mean in that. I think just from what we've seen, it's there. I don't think we really know a full like what is the narrative that is pushing you forward, other than a few. Oh, you've got to go get this chip, kind of, and that's it. Like, so I'm very interested in the wider picture with that. So I think that about does it for this episode's news. Now, there's only one thing left to do then, which, Chris, is to talk about the bets.
Excellent. So last time on the podcast, we were pre Last of Us Part 2 review scores, Metacritics, OpenCritics, all that stuff. And we were betting on the OpenCritic review score, what it would end up being. And I said I thought it would come to a 91.
Yeah.
And you said 96. Now for like a week.
Yeah.
It'd been out for like a week, and you were literally bang on.
Bang on the 96.
I think it's dropped to 95 now.
Yeah, 95 or 94, depending on where you look, I think.
For OpenCritic. So you did win. So it actually means, we haven't said the score in a while, actually. So a couple of episodes ago, we did one that was worth 20 points. So
yeah, and believe it or not, I did win that one as well. So
it actually means the score is currently Gryffindor, which is represented by Andy. You've got 60. Whereas Hufflepuff, represented by me, we are trailing. We are on 30 points. So,
I think I'm just really flexing my superior gaming knowledge on you, and long may that continue.
That's such a typical Gryffindor thing to say as well. Unbelievable. So what we need a bet now. What are we going to bet for next time? Because things are heating up. I think, what are we? like halfway through the year, but maybe a bit over
Yeah,
halfway through the year.
pretty
I don't even know what
much.
month it is.
It's June. It's the end of June.
What number's June?
6.
Yeah,
we are
okay.
literally at
We are
half point
halfway through the month, so looking at it at the moment, not looking great. I feel like I'm going to have to win quite a few on the bounce to...
Yeah. Although we do also have our little golden snitch.
We do have
at
the
the
golden
end.
snitch, which is about the 150, so I could just do what you did last year and not win any until the last and then win it then. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put out some outrageous bets from here on and see aim to win the snitch.
Okay. Well, let's this episode's bet. It's going to be, we're going to look at the PlayStation 5 reveal, and specifically the video that PlayStation's YouTube will have put up, which is to do with the actual console reveal video. I think it's a couple of minutes long, and we're going to try and guess how many views that has had by the time we record next. I imagine by now most of those views have happened.
Yeah.
So I imagine it's not going to be increasing that much more. I have no idea.
Yeah, like neither of us have looked. So I'm
going to go out there first.
Okay, go on.
And I'm going to say 26 million. I think that's big. I think that's going quite big.
Yeah, I was going to go like about half that, I think.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go 26,510,002.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think the world wanted to see that box.
It's true. Yeah, the world did want to see the box.
The world has now seen it.
But we grossly, last time we did a YouTube video, we like grossly overestimated how many views it had.
True. But this time, this is bigger. This is bigger than the last time. So the last time was the Ghost of Tsushima video.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, this is bigger than that. This is bigger than anything we know.
Do I just go with 26,510,001? And then...
Well, that would be a really petty thing to do.
But it would make it much easier to work out the maths, just in case it's sort of in between us. Do you know what I
mean? You're reaching for nothing. I'm
going to say
greatness.
I was originally going to guess about 11 million.
11 million.
But
okay,
I think I'm going to bump it up a bit. I'm going to say, do you know what? I'm going to actually go 16 million.
16 million.
510,000.
Yeah.
And 1.
And
I think that might make the maths easier to work out, just in case it's halfway between them.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I need the win. I need it.
I'm feeling very confident about mine, to be honest. So we'll see though. We'll see next time. And I think that about does it for us today. I think that's all the main news topics. Chris, where can people find us?
They can find us on our lovely website, which is InDreamsClub.com, where you can find the rest of the Bomb Squad videos. You can find the Realise videos, which are TV and movie podcasts. No, you can't find the videos of them, can you? Why am I saying videos? It's podcasts.
No.
Audio. You can find the audio. You can also find it on any podcast app of your choice, whether it's Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Stitcher,
Overcast, I think.
Overcast, Pocket Cast is what I use on my Android phone. You can also find us on Twitter at InDreamsClub, where we tweet out whenever we do a podcast, and it's good fun.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, thank you very much, Chris, as always, for being here and listening to my dulcet tones, and just being somewhat replaceable, but not entirely replaceable. So I appreciate that, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye. Big Dick.
All right, should we just bang in?
Yeah, let's just
bang in.
Bang in. Like I just like the idea of like banging in right into the meat of it, you know.
Mate, you're a cunt.